As we're casting these areas, say maybe a shallow bay or an area where the wind is pushing into a shoreline, what we're finding is that the fish are a little bit off of shore. They aren't right tight up on the shore, so you want to cast a little ways offshore and then get that crankbait running just above the weeds. We also even make some casts out into the bay because it's really not that deep here, and many times they're out roving around there. So what I like to do is stay a little bit more than a cast off the shore, work down these shorelines fairly quickly. I've actually got my trolling motor set so that I'm running 0.7 to maybe a mile an hour. I typically go with the wind if there's any wind so I can get a better cast. But what I do is put this engine in heading lock. And so that's just a little button on your pad here. You put it in heading lock. It will keep the engine going the last way that I pointed it. So what I'll do a lot of times is I'll adjust the way I want the engine to go. I'll make my cast, I'll work the bait in, but then after each cast, what I might do is just reach down and readjust the head a little to keep me that right distance off of shore. Now, if I actually catch a fish or we get a bite or there's some activity in an area, what I immediately do then is hit the other button, anchor lock, and that will take and stop the boat right in the spot that we're in, so that after we reel in the fish or we take a few more casts to try and catch that fish, maybe I'll save a waypoint, we can look at the situation a little bit more. Is there something different about the shoreline or the weeds here, so that we can try and figure out where the fish are. The nice thing is, if you look at your Lowrance unit, I got a status bar right up at the top of there that tells me, am I in anchor, am I in heading lock, what mode am I in, so that when I'm ready to start working down that shoreline again, I know which buttons to press and get going.